Michael. I have to tell you where we are. This is absolutely incredible. First of all, we're still in England. We are having a lovely time being hosted by Haddonstone.
Amazing.
Incredible, incredible. And they want, of course, to show off their products to us. And they are in estates, they're in landscapes, they're in historical gardens, and they're in the RHS gardens, including Wisley. Which is where we are today. And it's
it's amazing. It's amazing.
And I say this as nicely as possible. It's almost overwhelming.
It
right?
is. It is so magnificently beautiful and so interesting that it almost puts you on. You're overwhelmed. It's like going to a banquet and having so much good food.
Yes.
That you're just overwhelmed.
You're
stuffed.
Yeah, absolutely. I was telling Michael, we were sitting down and I was like, how am I going to get this all on camera? And I'm not, right? I'm going to have to show you guys some highlights.
Highlights.
I think the point of this video is if you ever have the chance to come to England,
yes,
put RHS Wisley on your list because it's absolutely incredible.
I agree. And I have to say, I did not. I've been to England many times. I did not know about Wisley. I put this at one of the top of my list. It is on the top.
Absolutely. And we love Stowe.
We love Stowe.
We love Kew.
We love Kew. But this
better? I don't know.
I don't even know if you could say better. It's just more diverse.
Yeah.
There's so many different areas. If you'll see. And you can't even pick your favorite places.
Yeah.
It's just magnificent.
Yeah. So where we are right now, this is a very, very special garden. And if you guys know, I've been doing a gardening series on my channel called Gardening with the Greats. And I have a list of really great garden designers that have completely changed the way that home gardeners garden today.
Yep.
And one person that was on my list, and I actually have a video that I'm planning to do on him, his name is Oudolf. And if you don't know who Oudolf is, stop this video, go watch some videos on him. He is an incredible, incredible landscape designer.
Yes.
And he has basically changed the way a lot of people design. And RHS Wisley actually has the Oudolf gardens right here they're actually perennial gardens, and we're still in March. So we're not going to be able to see all of it in its full glory, but we can see the structure, and that is the most important thing that Oudolf is showing us, the structure and something that he calls matrix planting. So here you can see these are the Oudolf gardens, and I want you guys to notice the snaking serpentine border. When this garden was initially installed, it actually was first just a straight border that you just walk right up to the hill up there. And there's so much rain here that the water was streaming down really fast and it would cause a lot of mud, and people had trouble walking up. So they actually changed it just recently. I want to say 2019 or something like that. Very recently. The other thing that Oudolf is, he wanted to get across to people, he doesn't do a lot of formal planting, as you can see. He doesn't worry about boxwoods. He doesn't worry about the bedding plants. He doesn't worry about annuals. He is a perennial guy through and through. He loves perennials, and he loves to show off the fact that all plants, it's called naturalistic planting. All plants have a life cycle from the early coming out in the spring. You can see this is Helen von Stein Lamsier. Love it. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Coming out in the spring, the gorgeousness of the summer, the rusty bronze colors of the fall, and then even the seed heads, the sticks of the winter are all part of the life cycle of these plants.
And can I say one thing? Two things. Number one of the things that I absolutely love about the whole Wisley is they label everything.
I know.
So if you walk around and you say, well, what is that?
I know.
It has a label on it.
They have it right here. I can tell you exactly
what
it is. It's amazing.
It's amazing. And the other thing is that instead of one plant here and one plant here, it's groupings.
Yes.
So that you can really see it in mass. It's almost like doing a painting instead of putting a dot of color.
Yes.
Doing a swatch of color so you get the full impact.
Absolutely. So that's a good transition, Michael, to talk about matrix planting. Oudolf is really well known for what he calls matrix planting, and it's a whole different way of planting. When we were at Haddonstone, one of the amazing things about Haddonstone is that they planted in lines. It was very structured. It was very organized, and the way that the Oudolf borders are not like that. Matrix planting is you take one or two main plants, usually a grass, some type of grass, something else, and you basically cover the whole area with a big swath of that. And then you plant dots, little dots of perennial color or summer color or something like that to bring some interest to it. Again, this is a good example with the daffodils coming up around there, but basically the matrix is the base layer, or I heard a really good analogy. The matrix is like a fruit cake. The matrix is the cake batter, and then the color is the fruit, little pieces of fruit in the fruit cake. Does that make sense?
Analogy.
Right?
That's a perfect analogy.
So when it grows up and when it's full, and I'll show you guys pictures, it looks so natural. It looks like it's been here. It looks like nature did this. It's naturalistic planting.
Almost like wildflowers.
Yes, exactly. And I just find it so incredibly interesting. And that is why Pete Oudolf was on my Gardening with the Greats series. It's on my list of things that I'm planning to film as soon as I get back home, because I just find it so interesting. He has so many amazing books that talks about his way of planting. If you all are familiar with the High Line.
The High Line it's in New York, and they took old railroad trestles and they planted it out, and it is amazing.
Yes, and Pete Oudolf designed the High Line, which is absolutely incredible. And you can see the matrix planting. It's so special to see this right now and see what he does. The other thing that he does, when he designs, he doesn't design on computers. He's kind of like you, Michael.
Yeah.
He doesn't use computers.
He does by hand.
He does it by hand. He does it with colored pencils and tracing paper and all that kind of stuff. And he is really well known for using graph paper, grid paper, and each grid represents another perennial, and it's just grid after grid to make it with the goal of making it look like nature, right? You're
amazing.
Not copying nature, you're giving the feeling of nature. And if you look at these borders, even in March when there's not much going on, it's just absolutely stunning. Now I have to say, we were so lucky. Haddonstone hooked us up and got us a tour with a garden manager here.
Yes.
Chris, was it Chris Young?
I think so.
Is that his name? The most amazing plant nerd I've ever met in my entire life. He's the garden manager here at Wisley. He mainly manages, his main area of management is the glasshouse, but he also does the decorative plants.
Plants.
And he is just a wealth of knowledge, and he walked us all around the property and told us all about everything. And what he actually told us is that they've been working with Pete Oudolf, and they are actually adding bulbs so that there's a little bit more winter color in the Pete Oudolf gardens, which is absolutely incredible. So anyway, I just had to show you guys the Oudolf borders. They're just it is so amazing to be here.
Okay, you need to showcase. This is very interesting.
We're talking about drainage.
We have the decomposed granite, and we have the metal edging and the DG. But see, because to capture some of the water, we have the channel drains. Which again, you can pick up, you can clean out. But again, you can see they're spaced out. So when it does rain, you get the heavy rains. The channel drain picks up the water, and then the water is stored. They use their ponds for storage water, and they use that for irrigation.
Let me show you guys a clip of the pond.
How brilliant is this?
I know, and this is that Michael always talks about drainage, like always. But this is a really good example of a garden that shows how important drainage is, because they had to rip the whole thing out and put a new thing in because they needed better drainage for this hill that they have here at Wisley. It's amazing.
And you can see probably every 20, 30 feet as it goes down the hill, it just doesn't go into the planting beds. It's picked up in the channel drains, and then that water goes into the storage unit. Which is a big pond, a big lake, and they use that for irrigation.
Incredible. So why don't we walk back around and we can show the highlights. I want to show the alpine glasshouse.
Absolutely.
Right. What else do we want to show?
I
want to show the lotus garden in the tropical garden area. I want to show the wisteria. The boxwood alternative garden. We have to show that too.
And we also have to show, if we have time, that horse head.
Oh, of course. Yes, we got to do that. All right, let me show you guys some highlights. What do you call this? The alpine rock
This is
garden?
the alpine rock area. I mean, walking through this, I'm sorry, this is so magnificent. I mean, look at this. The waterfall juxtapose these moss-covered rocks, and these are all dissectum Japanese maples, Acer palmatum dissectum, that have been pruned impeccably. Impeccably, so you can see the shape of it. But look at this. I mean, again, even one little section in a person's yard would be spectacular.
Oh my God.
And that's what, again, I throughout this whole tour, throughout these videos, I've been saying, people can get overwhelmed and say, well, how do I relate to this? But you take one area, even this, the grouping of rocks with the one Japanese maple and the moss on the rocks in one area, a shaded area of your yard that gets morning sun, would make such a spectacular focal point.
Right. And if you garden on a hill, people ask all the time, how do I garden on a hill?
How do I garden on the hill? You don't have to do a retaining wall. You use the boulders to hold things back and then tuck in. This is a chorus, ogon again, in between to kind of give the softening around there. This is just magnificent.
Ooh, I have to show this. Okay. Look at this wall here. What is this? What'd you call this? Phlox
subulata.
Okay, and then let me show you this video that we took in this tiny little village.
Oh, yeah.
That we went to this pub, and this house had a rock wall with this phlox hanging out, and it was
It was stunning. Stunning.
Incredible. And then we went to this old pub where Chris could barely walk because it was so small and had beers. Oh my gosh, it was just heaven. But let me show you this. So this is called the Alpine Display House. Look at how beautiful this is. Hoop petticoat daffodils. If you guys watched the Dawn Gardens video, we talked about these. Great mascari. What are these? Lacinalia?
Yes.
That's
gorgeous.
That
amazing?
Chris, who took us around, he said that we could grow these outside.
Yeah.
Have you seen them outside?
I've never seen them outside.
Oh my, look at this. Isn't this beautiful? And let me just point out, all the pots are in sand.
Oh my God, look at this. The
Tropalium tricolor.
That is amazing. That is amazing.
Oh my gosh. Look over here. Oh, it's just absolutely beautiful. And then he said these are the hepaticas. They have different collections. They have collections of galanthus. They have hepatica collections, but these are the expensive ones. And these are the ones that they have to keep behind lock and key because people will actually steal them, which is absolutely crazy and sad to say, but it's just really, really amazing and a really incredible show of plant collections, right? Yes. Okay, there are 120 gardeners here, so they are working. If you guys hear the lawnmower in the background, but we have to show you the tropical garden. Look at how beautiful. And granted, this is nothing compared to what it looks like during the summer.
Yes.
Chris was saying that you could barely walk through the pathways because everything is so big and so lush. And at the very center is the Haddonstone. Why we're here. This is why we're here,
the
honestly.
Haddonstone
this
Lotus
is almost
Fountain.
Why we're here in England. This is the Haddonstone Lotus Fountain. Haddonstone does a great job of donating to historical gardens and to the RHS gardens and all that kind of stuff. They have so many beautiful pieces around Wisley. But if you guys watched the behind the scenes garden tour, we saw the mold that they did of the passion flower on the lotus garden. This is a bespoke piece for Wisley with the pineapple on top.
Yeah, isn't that incredible?
It is just beautiful, but you actually have some clients that you might design this garden.
Exactly, that may be in their front walkway. I love the look of it. It's simple, but it's elegant. The sound is wonderful. And again, look at the patina that it's getting. I mean,
isn't that beautiful?
Yeah, that's the thing about the Haddonstone. I love the way it ages and the patina that it gets. And the proof is in the pudding. Here it is.
I know.
It's gorgeous.
So when you all see my fountain, which is not this one, right?
Right.
But when you see my fountain installed in, what'd they say, like a month or something like that?
Yeah.
It's on a ship coming right now. But it's going to look brand new, but very, very quickly it's going to patina like this with the cast stone, which is just amazing. I'm just saying we have to come back. We have to take Elaine and we have to take Jason, maybe the girls, and we have to come see this in summer because it's stunning in March. And I can only imagine what it's going to look like during the summer. So this garden, I think this is the most popular garden here because look at all the people here.
I love it. And well, you can see people are sitting and enjoying it.
Someone painting behind us.
Painting behind us. You have the flowering cherries in the back. Yeah. The focal point is this fountain here.
It's
of cascading.
So this is the cottage garden.
Yes.
This is the cottage garden of RHS Wisley when it's all full. It looks beautiful right now with the tulips and the hellebores. The peonies are starting to come out. Look at how gorgeous this is. Look at how gorgeous.
I know. And they're all labeled. So if you go, what is this?
Yeah.
There it is.
Yep, yep. And so Chris was telling us how this is a way they created the cottage garden, you know, to show people the classic English cottage style. But the thing that Michael and I, our mouths were open. We had never heard about this before, is NIF style of rose pruning. Let me show you. So these are roses all along this arch. And instead of, Chris said that they had used to just prune it all the way back, right, to these arches right here. But then they extended these wires and they started using this woman named, what's her name? Something NIF. I'll put it on the screen right now. She has an Instagram page. She prunes, or she trains her roses into little curlicues like this. Right?
The circles.
The circles. Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
So you have such beautiful winter interest with your roses when they're nothing but canes, the main canes, right? But then once everything starts growing, it's just beautiful.
It's beautiful. And again, here's an interesting thing as you look at it. You have the arches that are curved. You have the curved way the roses are. You have the walkways that are curved around, and then the curved fountain. There's a theme that's going through this, which is so interesting.
Yes.
And then you have these parterre gardens. Again, no boxwood, but they have what they've done with the cottage garden is just magnificent.
I know. I hope it's coming across on camera how beautiful it is. Because, I mean, the tulips, what are these? Scilla?
Scilla, yeah.
That's what everyone calls them. Yeah. I mean, what are the blooming cherries?
Oh, flowering cherries.
Flowering cherries. Look at how gorgeous. And then just the roses. I just cannot get over the roses. And everyone was like, oh, yeah, that's really common here in England. I've never seen this style before.
The NIF. Yeah.
NIF style of rose pruning training is just absolutely incredible. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. It's spectacular. It's amazing.
It is. We're at the Wisley double border.
Let me show you guys.
And it's amazing.
Oh my gosh. This is what they're known for. We're about, I don't know, a quarter of the way down the border already, so I could even back up even more.
Right.
One border on one side, one border on the other side, and this big expanse, he said 120 meters,
right,
which is absolutely stunning. And then at the very top, Michael's favorite thing.
Oh, it's a horse head. I took a picture of it. I didn't even know. We go up there and it's magnificent. And the thing that's really interesting is as you get almost as it starts the incline, that is done in a kind of almost like a forest garden of camellias, rhododendrons, azaleas, Japanese maples. They're all blooming. The camellias are spectacular, but again, everything leads up to, which looks like just an interesting sculpture, but it's actually a horse head. And then on the other side, if you look down there, the focal point here is another fountain. Oh. So it's just breathtaking.
It is just breathtaking. So beautiful. It's gorgeous.
And you look at this and you go, wow. Yeah.
It just everywhere you turn on this in this RHS garden is incredible.
It's incredible.
And Michael and I were saying, we're only here for a couple hours today. We should have been here for 2 days, 3 days.
You could spend 2 days here.
Easily.
What I'm hoping your viewers enjoy about this is, these are just highlights. Go to the Wisley Garden. Go and spend a day here. Spend as much time as there's so many different things to see. But understand, we're just giving you highlights and telling you, I mean, there are things that you can look at that, again, you can relate to, use in your own garden. A lot of the same plants. This is what blows me away. As we're walking around, there are a lot of the same plants.
That we have.
I
noticed that.
I mean, there was ceanothus, wild lilac. There are things that we definitely can grow.
Euphorbia, buddleia.
Roses. I mean, so that there are camellias, azaleas, Japanese maples that we can do in our own yards, so you can get a little bit of something. And then the whole idea of the vista with the focal point.
I know, which you keep talking about. You're right. You're obviously right. It's stunning. More Haddonstone. Gosh, it's just nonstop. They should make this part of their display gardens as well.
I agree.
Look at how beautiful these are. What color is this, Chris? Is it Portland? Portland. This is the Portland in Techstone. Portland and Techstone. So this is the smoother stone. This is just really gorgeous, really beautiful. Okay, let's talk about the Jellicoe. What would this be? A lake? A water?
Water feature.
Water feature? Jellicoe water feature. This was designed by Jeffrey Jellicoe, who is a really famous landscape designer, architect. And it really focuses on, you know, that focal point kind of at the end, bringing all the attention down to where they want to, where they want to guide everyone. And this is the view. This is the Wisley view. Over here. I know, we're like, oh, look over here.
There's two things. The knot garden over here.
Oh, we're going to come over here in just a sec. Should we start here?
Yeah, let's go over here.
This is amazing. This is, you all might have heard of boxwood blight. Boxwood blight is a really big thing in England with the boxwood caterpillar. They're decimating boxwood. And so they've planted here an alternative boxwood garden to kind of see and to discover what a good alternative to boxwood could be. But look at what an amazing display
they used a U
right here, and then they have, what is this? This is cotoneaster. They have podocarpus. They have so many.
And the thing that people need to realize this, I mean, this is an evergreen garden. All of these things are evergreen so that even in the wintertime, they look good and then they've been shaped. So it's a knot garden, it's a parterre garden, but all year round it stays green with the different textures. Oh my God, it's just,
I know,
it's magnificent.
I have to show off the ivy garden over here. These are all the different varieties of ivy that they're growing, that they're maintaining. And he said the biggest problem they have is the variegation or the ivy reverting back to the old stuff. So they're just trying their best to keep this ivy as it is, and then pruning off the old stuff just like that, because that's reverting back.
Right.
Look at this on the walls, you guys.
Isn't that cool?
Look at how amazing. And then, ta-da, the centerpiece, the focal point. This is another Haddonstone urn. This one is from 1996. There's a engraving somewhere. Oh my gosh, you can barely see it. Haddonstone, 1996. Wouldn't you just love to have that in your property?
Yeah.
This is incredible, especially with the brick. Man, if you have brick.
Yeah, amazing. And again, the parterre garden with, again, instead of annuals or perennials, it's just using evergreens.
I just love this. I love this garden.
This is magnificent. It's just
amazing.
Magnificent.
Oh, I just, there's so much to show.
There's so much to show.
I know the view.
You just have to come see this. The yew hedge.
The yew hedge.
But you look through.
There's a little hole in it.
They've cut a hole in it, and that's what, look at the view. Look at the view.
And coming from the other way, I was over there looking at the Haddonstone urn. Oh my, I mean, it's just beautiful.
It's all about, again, it's all about focal points. It's all about vistas.
I just love it.
And again, this is what I love about it, is because a subscriber, one of the viewers, can look at this and say, how do I relate to this? You can do one single element of this, one little parterre garden. If you don't have the time to plant perennials and annuals, you can plant evergreens and get this look.
And you don't have to prune it the way they prune it.
No, you don't.
You can leave it natural.
Yes.
But if there's an area of your garden that you're like, that's just too much, I don't want to bother with that, you can plant the combination of all of these and just really make a statement.
And then imagine adding, if you wanted a little bit of a contrast, you could use some grasses.
Oh,
some gray grass. Yes.
Wouldn't that be amazing?
And again, then you're not a slave to the maintenance, but you've got something so special.
We have to show them the hummock pruning.
Yes.
Hummock pruning.
Yes.
We learned about hummock pruning today. So we're right next to the Jellicoe Canal over here. I want to point out there's more Haddonstone over there. I'll put closer up pictures of them. But the two in the front are Haddonstone, and then that big focal point one that I was showing before, that's a Haddonstone as well. And then there's also other ones over here. But first, before we get there, look at this. We were taught by Chris that this is called hummock pruning.
Hummock pruning.
Right? And basically it's this undulation, this rolling. I've heard it described as caterpillar pruning.
Or a cloud.
A cloud pruning, right? Something like that. But he called it hummock. You've never heard that before?
I've never heard it, but I want to showcase one thing that I just learned, and I'm going to use it in a design.
Yeah. Oh,
they did a forest of weeping redbuds, not a single one, but a grouping of it. So they're never going to get any bigger than you see, but they weep, they're getting ready to flower. But what an interesting thing for a very small space to do a whole grouping of them. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 of them, 9 of them.
You should do, yeah, you
oh
should
my
do
God,
this
would be so beautiful because again, you get the flowers in the spring, then you get the wonderful leaves. These, I think, are the traveler.
Yeah, and then what is this underneath it? Do you know what this one is?
I'm not really familiar with this.
I know.
I know up these, and this is a little forest of...
This is osmanthus.
That's osmanthus.
Right?
And then this is a forest of hibiscus syriacus, the rose of Sharon, which again, not a single one, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
You're right.
So again, it's just mass plantings of this, and then you have these things that come up. It's amazing.
And again, if you have a smaller garden, don't do 8, do 3 or something like that. Let me show off the Haddonstone urns. Dwarf cotoneaster right here. And then tucked right in is this one. What is this one called? Princess? Plated jardiniere with the feet. Look at how gorgeous that is.
This is a Lonicera. It's a boxed leaf honeysuckle.
Oh.
You were asking, and I can imagine this blooms and has the most incredible scent.
And then we've got your weeping
redbuds, the traveler redbuds, a whole grove of them.
These are travelers?
I think these are travelers, or they could be the Ruby Falls.
Oh my gosh.
But look at these. These are amazing.
And then with the Haddonstone right there. Oh, this is just absolutely incredible. And then, yes, we're not even pointing out all the blooming trees. Are these cherries too?
These are flowering cherries.
Look at that.
Prunus subulata.
Oh my goodness, it's just absolutely stunning. All right, you guys, I'm sure I've completely overwhelmed you with the beauty of RHS Wisley. It is absolutely gorgeous. There's so much to show you that's absolutely stunning, and I can't get over all of it. We actually have another stop today. We're going to see more stuff today. So really, really great. I just want to say a huge thank you to Chris Young for showing us around, to Wisley, and then also, of course, to Haddonstone to taking us here. Like, what a dream come true.
I'm blown away. It's so much eye candy. I can't believe it.
I know.
But, oh my God, so exciting and so inspirational. Again, it fed my soul to the max.
We're filled. We are absolutely filled up. I hope you all enjoyed this, and I hope you all have a chance to get in your garden today.